Positioning. No matter what class you're playing, positioning is the single most important factor in PvP. Instead of sitting back like a sniper or going berserk like a melee maniac, you are the guy who gets in just close enough to ruin the enemy's plans without turning into space dust yourself. So when you play tactical class, positioning yourself is very important. You are like the perfect mix of snaky and deadly. Get yourself into those sweet spot where you can either surprise your enemy or cut off their escape. One of the best things about tactical is that you got the speed and firepower to hit from unexpected angles, and that's where you're gonna thrive. And if you play smart, you are always one step ahead. Your enemies won't even know what hit them. Map awareness. Knowing the map is very crucial. I don't care what weapon you got. If you don't know the ins and out of each map, you're setting yourself up for failure. Good players know where choke points are, where enemies are likely to push, and where the best cover is. So you wanna know where the grenades spawn, where the ammunition spawn, where you can set up ambushes or avoid getting flanked yourself. Master the maps and you will be catching enemies off guard, no matter what class you're playing. Team play is key. PvP isn't just about solo glory, right? Whether you are tactical, sniper, assault, sure, you can rack up kills, but the best players are the ones who support their teams and play objectives. This means helping teammates push when they need to, holding choke points, and even playing defense if the situation calls for it. You aren't just there to kill, you are there to provide suppressive fire, create openings for your team, and deny the enemy any ground. A good Space Marine isn't just about getting melee kills, but about disrupting the enemy lines and forcing them to react, creating space for the rest of your team. So this is why team playing is crucial.
Mastering movement. When you're playing this class in Space Marine 2, mastering movement is essential for outmaneuvering your enemies. Let's break down the two main movement strategies that will take your gameplay to the next level. Dodging with precision. Dodging is one of your primary tools for evading enemies' fire in Space Marine 2. The tactical class is all about positioning and firing from mid-range. So dodging allows you to stay in the fight while minimizing incoming damage. So there are three types of dodging I want to talk about here. Lateral dodging. In combat, don't just stand still or move predictably. Utilize your dodge to quickly shift left or right, avoiding incoming fire while staying in position to continue shooting. This works best in the open areas where there's room to strafe, but don't stray too far from cover in case you need a quick retreat. Dodging between cover. Combine dodging with moving between cover points. If you are out in the open, dodge towards cover, then pop back out for a counterattack. The tactical class excels in using terrain to control engagement, so dodging into and out of cover is a core skill.
Chain dodging. When under heavy fire, you can chain multiple dodges together, moving erratically to make it harder for the enemy to track you. I've done this multiple times in Space Marine 2 and I succeeded. And try not to get caught up without a way to escape. Aggressive movement. While the tactical class thrives in mid-range combat, there are times when playing aggressively will help you take control of the battlefield. Aggressive movement involves pushing towards to overwhelm your opponents, forcing them to react. If you spot an enemy who's vulnerable or retreating, take advantage of the moment to push forward. Use a combination of dodging and sprinting to close the distance, making it difficult for them to react or escape. Once you are in position, unleash the burst of fire or throw a nade to finish them off. When you're moving aggressively under the fire, don't move in a straight line. Zigzag your approach with your quick dodge to avoid incoming shots while maintaining momentum towards your target. This throws your opponent's aim and keeps them guessing. Instead of hanging back and playing passively, use aggressive movement to flank around enemy positions. While your team engages from the front, take an alternate role and quickly maneuver into a position where you can attack the enemy from the side or rear. So let's talk about flanking. Yeah, that's right, baby. Classic flanking. So flanking is all about catching your enemies off guard. In most PvP games, players tend to face the action head-on, setting up defensive positions or focusing on what's directly in front of them. By flanking, you are coming at them from an unexpected angle where they are least prepared. And why flanking is critical in Space Marine 2 PvP. Enemy awareness. Most players are focused on the carnage in front of them. A well-timed flank lets you hit them where they are not looking, giving you the element of surprise. Disrupt team strategy. Whether it's securing an objective or holding a defensive line, a good flank can make the enemy fall apart. You break their formation, force them to scatter, and once they are out of positions, they are easy picking. Control the battlefield. Flanking gives you control over the map. You're not just reacting to the enemy, you are shaping the fight, A solid flank can force the enemy to retreat, reposition, or straight up panic, which opens up opportunities for your team to dominate. Hit and run. In Space Marine 2, I've done this so many times. The maps are designed with plenty of verticality and cover, making it perfect for hit and run tactics. You can flank, hit hard, and then quickly retreat before the enemy even knows what happened. Think of yourself as a Space Marine ninja, minus the stealth. Because let's be honest, once you're there, everyone knows it. Punishing camper tactics. So if you're up against a team that loves to dig in and camp choke points or objective, flanking is the perfect counter. You can snake around, flush them out, and take down their setup from back or side where they're not expecting it. A well-timed ambush can wipe out the entire squad and leave the enemies scratching their heads. Sometimes it's all about staying mobile and knowing when to strike. And so once you got the enemy confused, you on the battlefield. The best weapon for tactical class.
Now, let's talk about all the weapons that we can use first.
The bolt rifle is the all-around weapon for PvP. It has decent range, accuracy, and firepower, making it a reliable choice for most situations. If you're unsure what you're going to face, this gun has your back. But in games like Space Marine 2, where specialization can make or break a match, the bolt rifle can sometimes feel like it's falling short. It's good at everything, but not the best at anything. So let's talk about auto bolt rifle. The auto bolt rifle is a solid choice for those who like to keep pressure on their enemies. Its larger magazine size allows you to maintain fire on your opponents, giving you more control in chaotic PvP battles. While its accuracy can be a bit shaky, it's great for taking out multiple enemies at once. Still, at longer distances, its effectiveness drops off, leaving you vulnerable to snipers or more precise opponents. Bolt Carbine. The Bolt Carbine might look like a mid-range option, but in PvP, it really shines in close quarters fight. Its high rate is excellent for chewing through enemy Space Marine, but it struggles when it comes to the accuracy and control.
I want to talk about the Marksman Bolt Rifle. This is my second best pick for PvP for very good reason. This weapon is all about precision. With its high power rate and semi-automatic nature, it delivers deadly accurate shots, making it perfect for picking off enemies from a distance. The key feature here is its accuracy. This rifle has the highest accuracy of all. In PvP, you need a weapon that can hit hard and hit fast, especially when you're up against real players. The Marksman Bolt Rifle's high damage per shot combined with its ability to maintain accuracy under fire makes it a fantastic choice for medium to long range engagement. When you're holding down a lane or providing cover fire for your squad, this weapon shines. If you're a player who values precision and wants to stay out of close range brawls, this rifle will serve you well.
I haven't hit the highest level yet in Space Marine 2 PvP, so I haven't unlocked those big guns like the Plasma Incinerator, Stoker Bolt Rifle or Melter Rifle. But once I do, I'll be breaking down their potential in PvP in a future video. Keep an eye out for that. So let's talk about the big guy here, Heavy Bolt Rifle, which is hands down the best weapon for PvP in tactical class. This weapon combines high damage output with a solid fire rate and a massive magazine, making it ideal for almost any PvP scenario. It's great at mid-range, where you can mow down opponents while still being able to handle yourself if things get up close and personal. Unlike some of the more specialized weapons, the Heavy Bolt Rifle lets you adapt to the battlefield, whether you are supporting your team or holding your own in a firefight. Its only real weakness so far, I think, is accuracy, but even that can be mitigated by firing in controlled bursts. So Heavy Bolt Rifle stands out because of its balance of firepower, adaptability and magazine size. It might not be the best at long or close range, but it performs well in both, allowing you to stay effective throughout the match. Let's talk about Auspex Scan. It's like having your own personal radar. It highlights your enemies like a hectic spotlight. So if you're not using this ability in PvP, you are seriously missing out some battlefield's domination. So Auspex Scan is such a game changer in PvP, right? So it's basically your way of saying, I see you, bitch. You're gonna get up. Auspex Scan lets you ping enemy positions, giving you and your team the advantage by exposing anyone who's trying to camp or pull a sneaky flank. So you can literally ruin someone's day by lighting them up on the map. So when your team knows exactly where the enemy is, it's a GG for these poor fools. Another thing I would like to talk about when to use the Auspex Scan. Timing is everything with the Auspex Scan. You don't want to spam it like a retard, because it also has a cooldown time, right? Wait for those crucial moments like before you breach an area, drop the scan and suddenly boom, all light up like it's Christmas. And you can plan accordingly, maybe flank them from behind or flank them from side or just rush them head on knowing exactly where they're hiding. Either way, you got the upper hand here. The best thing about Auspex Scan is not just for you. Is also for your entire team. So when you pop that scan, you're feeding your squad crucial intel, making it easier for them to pick off targets or avoid enemy ambushes. So there you have it. The tactical class is easily the best for Space Marine 2 PvP if you want to play smart. So get out there, play smart, and remember, it's not just about running in guns blazing here. If you combine all of the tactics, weapons, and abilities that we discussed here for the tactical class, you'll become the tactical god in no time. If you guys enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and maybe next time we'll talk about how to avoid getting melted by that one guy who never stops spamming grenades. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next video.